but it's not right here. Good morning. A gorilla goes into a bar and orders a martini. This totally amazes the bartender, but he thinks, what the heck? I guess I might as well make this drink. So he mixes the martini. He then walks back over to give it to the gorilla, and the animal is holding a $20 bill out. Well now, the bartender is just at loss for words. He can't believe that a gorilla walked into his bar, ordered a martini, and then actually had a $20 bill to pay for it. So in amazement, he takes the $20 and he walks to the cash register to make the change. While he's standing in front of the cash register, he stops for a second and thinks to himself, let me try something here and see if the gorilla notices anything. So he walks back over to the gorilla and hands him a $1 change. The gorilla doesn't say anything. He just sits there sipping the martini. After a few minutes, the bartender just can't take it anymore. You know, he says to the gorilla, we don't get too many gorillas in here. And the gorilla says, at $19 a drink, I'm not surprised. All right. Okay. So this evening we have Bunko here at 6 o'clock. The door is open and play starts at 6:30. The cost is $5. On Wednesday this week, we're going to have our first ever Let's Talk Tanglewood. That is an opportunity for anyone who has a question, maybe for me or for Tammy or for Heather that works in the office or for Gary, to come out and ask your questions, state your concerns, or if you have anything positive too that you would like us to know about, that's the forum to do this. We're going to do this quarterly. We're not going to be able to do it every month, but we're going to do it quarterly as an open forum for anyone who would like to take that opportunity and come out to please do so. There is going to be a hoedown here on the clubhouse on July 12th at 2 p.m. There's going to be snacks and refreshments, and we're going to have some beer, and there's going to be music for dancing. The only thing that we ask is if you're planning on attending is to please sign up on the credenza. There's a sheet up there, and this event is for Tanglewood residents and guests only. I want to mention something that since Nancy isn't at the table over there anymore for the new residents, we haven't mentioned it, and I don't want anybody to forget about it, is that the Monday Morning Coffee Committee, they sell really neat Tanglewood Tervis mugs. I meant to bring up one for, display, but I forgot it. So anyway, but I want to remind everybody about those mugs and that they sell them here on Monday Morning Coffee, and you can also get them at my office. And the cost of those is $20. With that, I believe that is all that I have for this morning, and I hope that everyone has a fabulous week. Thank you so
Randy
very
Roth,
much.
Trips and Travel. Just to let you know, final payment for Myrtle Beach is due August 31st, and the final payment for Key West is due September 24th. And a lot of you have said that you'd like us to come up with some trips without you having to fly. So Jerry worked pretty hard, and she's come up with round-trip bus trips to Chicago and to Sweden for $80 a piece. And I know you're wondering how, she's good, but how did she do it? Well, what you're going to do is go to the Broadway Palms Dinner Theater in Fort Myers. On January 13th, you'll see a performance of Chicago, and that's $80. On February 17th, you're going to see a performance of Mamma Mia, which you know is ABBA's greatest hits. The price includes a Saturday matinee show, buffet, bus and driver tips. The folders are in the back on the credenza, or you can talk to Jerry or anybody at the table. And next week, I should have the finalized information for Ireland. Luann's been working on that really hard, so we should be able to announce that next week.
This is really weird. We only have 2 people coming up on the stage today. Where the heck is everybody? Good morning, everyone. Bill Rowley, and I'm with with Diversions, and I'm kind of the chairperson for the 4th of July ceremonies that we're going to have, which includes a parade, golf cart parade. Forming at 8:30. We'll kick off at 9 with veterans in the front. Now, this is next Tuesday, 4th of July. We'll kick off at 9. It'll take about an hour to go through everywhere in the park, in the community. I'm sorry, not in the park. It's not a trailer park. Afterwards, we're going to have a pet parade. So if you have your pet, dress them up. Dress your golf cart up. Remember how we did our bicycles years ago? Dress up your golf cart. Are we going to have a judging contest? No. Just make it look good, okay? Do it for yourself. Dress up your pet. We're going to have a pet parade out front. The dog group is going to be involved with that. It'll probably only take a few minutes. I know it'll be hot. So take those dogs or cats, parakeets, or your pet rock home and put it away and then get back up here. Because for the rest of the day, we're going to be having games of fun. Just to name a few, beanbag baseball be going on. A cherry pit spit, not inside. That'll be outside at the Petanque area. Toilet seat toss. And we have some new toilet seats. We didn't get any used ones that we're going to be using. A blind walker contest. Now, where this came from was years ago, if you've been here for a while, we had the blind golf cart race where you had somebody sitting there and you're driving and you're blindfolded and, you know, go around the tree, know your other left, know that right, and bang, you know. So we're not going to do that, but we came up with using walkers. And you're blindfolded, and we're going to have a little course, and the person behind you, your wife or husband or whomever, is going to be telling you to go a little bit left, a little bit right. Don't run into the chair, because we'll be probably using chairs to go around. So it'll be a lot of fun. That'll be timed. And they're just a few of the games that we have planned. But we have a problem. We don't have any help. So if you'd like to help out, we put a sign-up sheet that said judges, poor choice of words, helpers. If you can devote a half hour, 45 minutes or so of your time to help time the race, to go outside for a little bit for the cherry pit spit, we would appreciate it. You can sign up. There's a sign-up sheet on the credenza. We were going to have a pie eating contest, but Charlie was the only one that signed up. So he won by default. Way to go, Charlie. We knew you could do it. So there's just a few of the games that will be going on. We're also going to be having an Americana trivia contest. So this will be a lot of fun, and that'll precede the potluck, which happens at 5:30. Now, I know you're going to get hungry before that, so we're not going to make the dogs because we don't know how many people are going to show up. Is it going to be 5 or 500 that are going to show up with their golf carts? So the dog cart is going to be open. They have great hot dogs, sausage, kibasi, and fixings. So you can go over there, spend a couple bucks, and pick up a something to eat for lunch. And, of course, BYOB. All right, so that's what's going on almost all day on the 4th of July. So get out of the house, come on up, have some fun. Remember, we're forming up at 8:30. We're leaving at 9. Veterans in the front. We'll go. I don't think we have any World War II vets, but Korea, Cold War, Vietnam, Afghanistan be lined up first, and then everyone else to follow, okay? So I'll see you. We'll be here Monday. But please, if you can, sign up to give us a hand. We all wanted to move in here because it was an active adult community. Activity does not mean sit in a chair and go like this at the television. It's unbelievable. Get the heck out of the house. Come on up. Have some fun. And you folks at home that didn't make coffee, you can get up here too. Have a wonderful day. Yes. The games will follow right after the parade. So we'll be back here probably around 10, and we'll be forming up for the games at that time. Okay, so they're all going to be going on simultaneously, except probably the Cherry Pit Spit. So things are going to be going on. You don't have to, wait for one game to start while you're doing another one. They'll all be going on simultaneously, okay? So it'll be a lot of fun. Thank you.
Good morning, Jan Carbaugh with Monday Morning Coffee. And I mentioned it last week. Monday Morning Coffee is going to sponsor coffee on July 3rd. We are having coffee. Just so you know, the 4th being on Tuesday. I'm not sure how many people we'll have, but Monday Morning has chosen to sponsor that day. We are looking for sponsors. After that, we have very limited sponsors up until September. This will mean that if you're coming to Monday Morning Coffee, bring your money. Coffee's still going to be 50 cents. Donuts are going to be 50 cents. But after the 3rd of July, it'll be hit and miss as to having a sponsor or not. So just bring your money with you. And I want to turn and say this as a resident. Yesterday, we came up to the pool about 6:30 and relaxed in the pool for a little bit and then chose to use the restroom over here, the women's restroom. I just want to say if somebody has a problem in the restroom and creates a problem that would be offensive to somebody else walking into, tell somebody. It is very bad to walk into a situation where nobody wants to see everything that is there. If somebody has a problem, let somebody know so it can be cleaned up. I just want to put that out there because I was the one that walked in on it, and it was not pleasant. So just to let everybody know. As a resident, I'm saying that to you, and I know most of you would let somebody know, but for those that
just
don't
to comment
or
on
didn't,
Bill's announcement about the 4th of July, the trivia will take place at 3 o'clock. And it'll take place in here, so it's air conditioning. There's no reason why we can't have a lot of fun with that. It'll consist of questions from Americana. It'll be history. It'll be current. It'll be a variety of things, and I think you have a good time with it. Okay, the Tech Committee will be meeting right after coffee today for its monthly meeting. And then we also remind you about the fact that we're still looking for people that are celebrating their 50th anniversary. We have very few people signed up so far, and we need some more to make it a go. Season tickets, you can still get those for the concert series, 10 shows for $70. And the other thing I want to remind you about, because we haven't talked about it recently, is the Hall of Fame, or I should say the Wall of Fame. And you can get petitions for that. Remember, you have to get a petition filled out with a given number of names to nominate somebody. We'll be inducting people probably in December or January area for the new group, and you can get those petitions from Billy. Okay, the Tanglewood Almanac for the day in history. In 1498, the toothbrush was invented. 1498. Before that, I guess they used an old root or something, but that's when it was invented. 1819, the bicycle was patented by W.K. Clarkson, Jr. In 1870 was the first time that the section of the Atlantic City Boardwalk was opened. In 1927, going along with that same theme, Coney Island roller coaster opened. And in 1974, the first barcode was used. The first barcode was developed by IBM, and it was put into a grocery store in Troy, Ohio. And the first product scanned, Juicy Fruit gum. In 1976, the CNN Tower in Toronto opened. Birthdays today. Last week we told you about baseball. 1819, Abner Doubleday was born. In 1892, Pearl Buck. In 1914, Babe Didrikson Zaharias. In 1974, Derek Jeter. And in 1992, Ariana Grande, okay, who's been in the news just recently. This month is Gay Pride Month. You've seen that in the news. It's Rose Month. It's National Tennis Month. And it's National Zoo and Aquarium Month. This week is National School Sports Week. It's UN International Day in Support of Victims of Torture Week. It's National Eating Disorder Week. and it's camping week. Today is Forgiveness Day, so if you've been saving that up, you might want to do that today. It's National Rat Catchers Day. It's National Chocolate Pudding Day. And I like this one, Please Take My Children to Work Day. Okay, I know Sue's got somebody over there. Let's see who it is.
Hello. 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 Yeah, I guess it's on.
We'll find out in a minute.
Okay, we have a new couple to welcome.
Hello, I am Joe Burke, and this is my wife, Risa. We moved here from DeLand, Florida. We've lived in Florida about 30 years. I just recently retired from the trucking business. I was in the trucking business my whole life as an owner of a small trucking company, and then hauling gasoline for Gate fuel. So I would see this community hauling fuel down 27 to all these Gate gas stations. We live over on Wildflower.
Okay, I came from Philippines, but I've been married for 10 years with my handsome husband here. And I work as an ESE paraprofessional for 10 years in Seminole County. And now I'm going to start working at Sun and Lake Elementary, same position. I work, ESE means it's a special education. I work with special needs. I think that's it.
Okay, that's it, Sue? Okay. And we welcome you folks. I'm sure that folks will be up to see you, and if not now, they'll come and see you around your house, have coffee ready. Okay, 4th of July activities. Don't forget, help to keep this thing going. It's been going for quite a long time, and they're put a lot of effort into it. As Bill said, they need some help, so sign up. They could use your help, and it doesn't mean you can't participate. If you're taking care of a game, there'll always be time for you to walk away from that game for a few minutes and have somebody take your place so that you can participate. And, you know, don't worry about losing your false teeth. There are techniques to use when spitting cherries. Want you to make a new friend. If you haven't made one recently, make it an effort. You can always walk up and talk to these folks, wave to your neighbor, and have a great week.